Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new. My name is Dina and today I'm going to be sharing with you 3 spells for your 9 to 5. Specifically, these are spells to help protect your energy when you are at work. You'll face various challenges at work, whether it be a difficult customer or an unhealthy work culture. There's so many different things that we may encounter at work, and unfortunately this can have a huge negative effect on our mental health, our physical and spiritual well-being, because we spend a lot of time at work. I mean, for a lot of us, we work full-time jobs, and it is important for us to protect our energy, because if we're going to be spending majority of our day at this place, we need to make sure that we are taking care of ourselves. So in this video, I'm going to share with you 3 different spells I have created to help protect you during your 9 to 5, as well as, take care of you when you get home from work. The first spell is called a Peace of Mind potion or Peace of Mind oil. The second spell is a shielding amulet. And the third spell is a Release the Day shower scrub. Now, before I share these spells with you today, I just want to make sure that I let you guys know that before you do any sort of protection spell or any spell in general, really, it's important to bring yourself grounded and in that frame of mind. If you have had a stressful day, don't just jump into doing this spell, because that chaotic energy can then be, channeled into your magic. For example, we are going to be doing a Peace of Mind potion or a Peace of Mind oil. For this spell, it's important to have a peace of mind going into creating this spell. So maybe you want to meditate, maybe you want to do some sort of practice that helps relax you before casting this spell, before creating this potion. Take some time to declutter your mind if you had a difficult day, because it is important that you are going into casting this magic from a good state of mind. Okay, so now let's get into the Peace of Mind oil. Now, the intention for this Peace of Mind potion is to help calm your mind, even if the day has been chaotic and stressful. The intention is that when you use this oil, you'll be able to better cope with any sort of stressors and things that you may encounter in your day that aren't always the most pleasant experiences. This oil is used to help you lead a more balanced life. Often a lot of us go home feeling very overwhelmed, and we continue to stress and we continue to ruminate about things that happened during the day at work. Instead of bringing that home with us, we want to create this healthy balance, this state of mind where we can feel at peace and know that, okay, when I'm at work I'm working, but when I'm at home I'm not thinking about work. So ingredients, what will you need for this Peace of Mind potion? Now keep in mind, every single spell I share with you guys, it is up for tweaking. You can change anything you want. Don't feel like you ever have to stick to a spell 100% if you don't have an ingredient. Work with what you have. Yes, we can go out and buy ingredients. If you want, you can add it to your grocery list and go pick it up, but don't feel like you have to. Part of being a witch is being resourceful, and whenever I create a spell, I always start with what I have. So for your Peace of Mind potion, you're gonna need some sort of jar or bottle. I will be using this adorable little jar that I have been saving for some sort of purpose that I didn't know what I was gonna use it for, but I've literally had this for years. This was a mini fragrance that I received from Sephora back when I worked there years ago. And I knew that one day I'd want to use it for something. It's an adorable little potion bottle. So I did wash it out and I've kept it in my collection, and now we're reusing it. So if you ever come across any cool bottles or jars, instead of throwing them out, rinse them, keep them aside for a later use. There's no need to waste anything. Everything can be repurposed. You might want to get something with a dropper. I'm just going to be doing this because it is a small cap, but use whatever you want. Next, you'll need a base oil, because whenever you make any sort of oil, you can't just use pure essential oil. I like rapeseed oil. It's not too thick, it's not too sticky or anything like that. I enjoy it. The smell's not overly intense. I feel like it doesn't dominate the other scents that I put in there, so choose whatever you want. Now, the first herb we're going to include in our blend is hibiscus. Hibiscus helps us to attract love and peace and harmony. It's got this vibrant color and vibrant energy that helps to pull you out of of the darkness. Whenever you feel like you've been drowning in heavy energy, hibiscus is that very uplifting energy to kind of get you out of it. She can help you love yourself more and pull you out of that energy of self-pity or, you know, self-sabotaging thoughts. I feel like flowers in general are just very, very uplifting. So I definitely incorporated some flowers, as you can see. The next one we're going to include is calendula, another vibrant, beautiful flower. Calendula is connected to happiness as well as harmony. Medicinally, she does have healing properties, so this can symbolically be also connected to, you know, healing the mind, healing the spirit. To me, also the bright yellow orange color of calendula just represents happiness and joy. To me, it's associated with sunshine, right? When we think of the sun, we think of orange and yellow. Flower just feels very connected to the sun, and the sun just makes me feel happy. It's warm, it's vibrant, it uplifts your mood. When we get a lot of sunlight, usually we're happy. It's kind of that reminder that no matter how dark things get in your life, the sun will come out again, things will get bright again. The next herb we're going to include is rosemary. This is super easy, most people have it in their kitchen. Rosemary is really great at creating a sense of calm. It also aids in healing and protection, and to keep a peaceful mind, we must first protect our mind as well. The next ingredient I'm going to include is lemongrass. Lemongrass is great for cleansing and purifying. It's also great for enhancing focus and clarity. I added this herb specifically to help clear the mind. You know, when we're stressed, when we're worried, our mind is not clear. It's very cluttered. We want to remove any excess negative thoughts, beliefs, especially those self-sabotaging thoughts and beliefs. Next, we have some crystals. Again, feel free to add whatever you have. In this spell, I added amethyst. Amethyst is specifically known for its calming energy. Amethyst is very often used in helping with sleep and relaxation. Amethyst also helps you to connect to your third eye. So if we're connecting with our intuition, our third eye and our higher self, we are less likely to be weighed down by the heaviness of these negative thoughts, because we know that they're just thoughts and they're just beliefs, but they're not the truth. It also helps us to call down wisdom. Wisdom from our higher self, wisdom from our guides, our angels, source, whatever you want to call it. And I feel like whenever you're very much connected to that element of energy, you're less likely to be weighed down by the negativity around you, because you feel divinely guided and you feel divinely supported. The next crystal I included is citrine. To me, citrine just screams positivity. Again, it's that vibrant color connected with the sun. It's very vibrant, it's very joyful. It boosts optimism and self-esteem. Citrine's really good. It connects to your solar plexus chakra right here. So citrine helps with self-confidence. It helps you feel better about yourself, go after what you want. Not only that, but citrine is also just really great for mental clarity. It helps to clear negative energy. Also helps to promote harmony and balance in the body. So I thought this would be a very effective crystal to also add to the potion. The final crystal that I added is clear quartz. Quartz has healing properties. It's great for cleansing. It's great for mental clarity and peace, as well as spiritual growth. Clear quartz helps for emotional and mental healing, and it also amplifies the positive energy of the other crystals, the other ingredients in the spell. And finally, the essential oils that are used in the spell are lavender essential oil, which is very helpful in relieving stress, anxiety, mood swings, tension, and even headaches. Not only is this an energetic thing, but this is scientifically proven that lavender is very relaxing. So I felt like this is definitely needed for a peace of mind spell, especially if you're going to be applying it near, you know, the head, maybe the back of the head or the temples. I also included bergamot. Bergamot is a citrus, and it supports mild depression as well as stress, anxiety, nervousness, and apathy. It's a very uplifting scent, so I definitely wanted to include that in here too. And finally, I also included clary sage. Clary sage is known to help ease nervousness and anxiety. It helps to calm and steady the mind. Clary actually comes from the Latin word claris, which actually means clear. So I felt like it was very appropriate to include clary sage in this spell. Clary sage helps to clear the mind of stress and negativity while also helping you to reconnect to your intuition. Like other forms of sage, it has those protective and cleansing properties to it as well. So steps for the spell. Obviously we want to cleanse our space. We want to prepare our space. And then what we're going to do is we're going to start combining the ingredients while also infusing our intention. Now the first thing that I actually like to add is the essential oils first. When we're doing an oil blend, it's just nice to see exactly how much essential oil you're adding. So if you add that first, then you can kind of see at the bottom of the bottle how much you're actually putting in there. Once I do that, then I like to add my carrier oil, give it a little bit of a shake, a mix, just so you can kind of get a vibe for how strong it is. Give it a few smells just to kind of test the potency of the scent. Make sure you have enough space in the bottle for your other ingredients. Don't fill it to the top. So that's when you can start to add your herbs. You can start to add your crystals. When you're adding these, we're again infusing the intention. You can hold the herbs with your hands. You can hold your hand over the jar. However you want to do this. This practice is yours. You know, work intuitively with how you like to do it. I'm just kind of giving you the basis, just the groundwork of, you know, where to start. But we are intentionally adding these ingredients, thinking of what they represent and what they will do for us. Once you add in all the ingredients, give it a little shake, mix everything up. And I always like to add some extra intention at the end. Feel free to decorate the jar in any way you like. If you'd like to add some stickers or paint it or a label or whatever you want, get creative, do whatever you'd like. Once the oil is complete, you can keep this in your purse or your bag, or if you want, you can just keep it at home. Honestly, do whatever you want with it. But I think, you know, using this throughout the day or, you know, before you go to work and after you go to work is really beneficial. Use it as a preventative measure to prevent yourself from feeling overwhelmed and allow yourself to keep a calm, clear state of mind, but also use it whenever you're in a tough spot. Use it when you're feeling overwhelmed, when you're feeling stressed, as a nice ritual practice to help ease your mind. All right, so our next spell is actually very, very simple. This is one of the easiest things that you can do. I kind of wanted to give you guys a variety, something a little bit more elaborate. You know, everyone loves a potion every now and then, but I also want to give some things that are very simple for people that don't have a lot of time. So this is for you if you don't have any time to put together a potion or anything like that. The shielding amulet, all you need is a piece of jewelry. I prefer to use something that I wear a lot. You can obviously charm as many pieces of jewelry as you want. If you are somebody who switches out your jewelry often, then you'll probably want to do more than one piece. What you're gonna do is you're gonna get a piece of jewelry of your choice that you'll wear while you're at work, and we're going to be enchanting it. Now, first of all, I like to get clear on what the intention is, right? Because whenever we do a spell, we want to be clear on our intention. That is very important going in. So what is the intention with the shielding amulet? Well, this is to protect against negative energies you may encounter at work, be it from work culture, co-workers, a manager, customers. Honestly, it can be anything depending on where you work. This amulet is going to be programmed to shield and refract this negative energy so it is not attaching to us. I don't know about you guys, but sometimes, you know, when you're dealing with a lot of grouchy people, you know, unhappy customers, you know, maybe it's just you're hearing a lot of negative stories. Maybe people like to ruminate on negative things around you when you're in your work environment, whatever it may be. It is so easy to just allow that negative energy to attach to us. And when that happens, we forget that it's not ours. We forget that this was projected onto us from someone else. We feel lethargic, we feel heavy, we feel exhausted. Well, that's what we want to prevent. So basically, we're creating this shielding amulet to help protect us so that we're not picking up on this heavy energy. And our energy is ours, and we are safe in our energy, and we are aware of what is ours and what is not ours. Now, something to keep in mind is an amulet does require regular cleansing and charging, okay? So especially if you're wearing it like almost every single day, you're gonna have to do this practice more than once. It's not a one and done thing. The fun part. So when you create this amulet, a lot of people will just imagine, you know, bright light entering the amulet, surrounding the amulet. They just, you know, picture this beautiful protective energy just surrounding this amulet, infusing it with that intention, infusing it with that protection. There's so many different ways. Maybe it's not white light you imagine. Maybe there's a different color that is protective for you. This is where it gets very personal, and I'm not going to tell you exactly how to do this because it's going to depend on who you are. I just want to give you a little bit of a basis to start off of. Now, you can just visualize and just feel into the energy of what you're infusing this amulet with. You can speak words out loud if you want. You can speak it, you know, what comes to your heart, just speaking your intention. You can make your own spell. Like, you can write a spell and use that. I did write a little bit of a spell for you guys. If you want to use it, use it. If you want to change it a little bit or tweak it, go ahead and do that. If you want to write your own, by all means, do that too. Basically, what we're gonna do is just take our necklace into our hand, and we would say, take this pure light, infuse this necklace with protection and love, shield me from heavy energy, protect me from darkness, refract which is not mine. I call back my own energy. I do not let low vibrations attach to me. No matter where I am protected. I am safe in my energy. And you can say that once. Some people like threes. I like threes personally. And while I'm speaking the words, I am visualizing as well. I am visualizing this energy. I'm visualizing this protection. I'm visualizing, you know, light coming down from the heavens and also energy coming from the earth. Like, there's so many different things you can visualize. Don't think too hard about it too. I feel like that's a key thing with this type of practice too, is like, don't feel like you have to do it a certain way. Don't feel like you have to be extremely structured with it either. It could be as simple as just visualizing. You don't have to write an elaborate spell. You can if you want. It's fun. You can write an incantation. You can write a prayer if you want to call it a prayer, but you don't have to. It could be as simple as just visualizing and feeling into the energy of, you know, what we're pouring into our amulet. So proceed however you like, but that is our second spell. And finally, our last spell is the Release the Day Shower Scrub. Now, the intention for this spell is to wash away, rinse away any heavy energy, stress, anxiety that you may have picked up from the day. Basically, we want to cleanse all of that away so that we have a nice, good, solid sleep and a fresh start the next day. We don't want that weighing on us. We don't want that disrupting our rest. The intention of this scrub is to help relax your mind and your body and your spirit. Also, I want to mention that I did say that this is a shower scrub. The reason I'm creating a simple shower scrub ritual is that I know a lot of people mostly just take showers. As much as I love a ritual bath every now and then, I don't always have time for a bath, but you can easily turn this into a ritual bath. You can add this to your bath and use it in your bath instead. You can, you know, light some candles. You can put some crystals around you. There's so many different things that you can do. Don't put the crystals in the water, by the way. That's not always safe. There's a lot of crystals that are not safe in water, but you can put them around the bathtub. You can put them in the bathroom. So if you want to make this a more elaborate bath ritual, by all means do that. But what I'm about to show you today is a simple ritual that you can do in your day-to-day that just requires a scrub and your shower. So the ingredients that you're gonna need are sugar. Now, sugar is great for a scrub for the body, but that's not the only reason why I'm adding it in there. Sugar is to add some sweetness to your day. Maybe you dealt with somebody who's very bitter. It also adds some sweetness if you're being hard on yourself. Sugar reminds us to be kind to ourselves again. Next, I also added some salt. I used some regular table salt, and I used pink Himalayan salt as well. Salt has cleansing properties. It's really good for cleansing. It's really good for protection, and specifically the Himalayan pink salt is really great for self-love, so I wanted to incorporate that as well. For herbs, I added lavender. Lavender is just really great for relaxation. It helps to release stress. I added oregano too, which might not be what most people put in their sugar scrubs or their bath scrubs, but oregano is fantastic for many reasons. One, most people can find it in their kitchen, but also oregano is great for protection, for purification, and for energy clearing. It's a great defense against lower vibrations. It protects against negative energy and helps to clear it. It has a comforting energy when you're stressed. It helps you to find peace and happiness. Also, in Greek, oregano means joy of the mountains. Oregano is seen as a very joyful herb, and I think it's important to infuse some joy. We're rinsing away the negativity. Let's add in some positive energy too. Let's add in some joy. Let's add in some peace. Let's add in some happiness to it, right? It's like the saying of, like, you know, when you cleanse a space, when you clear out the energy, you also want to call in some positive energy to fill it too, right? We don't want a void here. So that's why I felt it was important to add in the oregano. I also added rose petals for a couple reasons. Now, yes, rose petals are seen as a great, like, love magic ingredient. It's great for self-love, which obviously we want to infuse some self-love into this too. But not just that, roses are also seen as protective, which a lot of people don't really realize. If you think about it, yes, roses are known for their beauty. They have beautiful petals, but they They also have thorns. The thorns are the plant's way of protecting itself. If you look at the rose, she's got this like very queen-like energy. It's like she's beautiful and she's feeling herself, but she's also very protective and she knows what her boundaries are. So I wanted to include rose petals for that specific reason. In this recipe, I just kind of crinkled up the rose buds just to get the petal flakes in there, just so that it was small enough for the scrub. And like most spells, we are taking the time to infuse our intention into the ingredients as we're adding them, as we're mixing them together, and as we are bottling them into our jar. You can use any jar you want. I, again, like to reuse what I have. So this jar was one that I had jam in, and I just thought it was like the perfect little jar for this. May seem small for some people. Maybe you want to make a bigger jar. Make as much as you want. I like to make a smaller jar specifically because I don't want it to sit for too long for the energy to get stale. So I'd rather make a little at a time and then use that and then make more as needed. But if you wanted to make a larger jar because you know you're going to be using it all the time, then by all means do that. At the end, I always like to infuse my energy into the final product as well. And then what you would do at the end of the day, you would go into your shower, take your regular shower, but also just take a moment to use your scrub with your eyes closed and just visualize all that negative energy going down the drain. Visualize the herbs, this blend, just cleansing your body, cleansing your aura, your energy, your spirit, and removing any of the negativity and infusing your energy with that joy, with the relaxation, with all the other good stuff that you have there. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you found these protection spells helpful and useful to your day-to-day busy life. I hope you guys have a beautiful day or night whenever you're watching this, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.